Character on Track presents Champions on Track, connecting local champions of character to the classroom. Courage. Today's topic is courage. It takes courage to have character. Today's program is being sponsored by Now, let's meet some of our champions.
Hi guys, my name is Abby Christensen and I am a senior at Brandon Valley High School. Some activities that I'm involved in, I am a drum major in the marching band. I play trombone and baritone in band, and then I'm a student director for theater, and I'm also involved with Links-a-thon. When I was in elementary school, I went to Robert Bennis Elementary, and I was pretty active in elementary school, so my favorite memories were from recess and from gym class. So next year for college, I plan to go to SDSU in Brookings to study nursing.
Hi, my name is Olivia Kern and I'm a senior this year at Brandon Valley High School. Some activities that I'm involved in are band, I play the flute, I'm in choir, and I'm also in theater, and I am also in Links-a-thon and HOSA. My favorite subject is English. I love reading. And some memories from elementary school was I absolutely loved recess, and one of my favorite things was winter, building huge snow forts. We would have snowball fights, and I really loved that about elementary school. And after I graduate, I plan on going to Augustana University to study biology.
Hi guys, my name is Natalie and I'm a senior at Brandon Valley. Some activities I'm in cross country and track, and then my favorite subject in school is science. Some of my favorite memories from elementary school is probably art class. I used to always love drawing in it. And then I'm going to college at Black Hills State University, and I'm going to study exercise science.
Hey, I'm Tate Johnson. I'm a senior at Brandon Valley. Some activities I'm involved in, I play football. That's kind of all I really do is play football. But my favorite subject in school is just English because it comes kind of easy to me, and writing essays is not too bad for me. But some of my favorite elementary memories would be recess and like 5th grade Fridays, just being with the friends and hanging out. My future, I plan to attend Augie, play football, and major in business marketing.
Hello guys, I'm Carson Mashlin and I'm a senior at Brandon Valley High School. Some sports that I'm currently involved in are football and track. In football, I am a wide receiver and punter, and in track, I run the 800. My favorite subject in school is math, and my favorite memories from elementary school are just hanging out with friends because memories just last a lifetime and you always can look back at them. And for college, I'm currently planning on attending South Dakota School of Mines in Rapid City to major in electrical engineering.
Character on Track. What is courage? Courage is doing the right thing, even if it's difficult. It's facing your fears with confidence, being brave. What does courage look like? It's doing the right thing, even if others are not. Bravely dealing with daily challenges. Courage is being willing to try new things, even if you might fail. Courage is telling the truth, even if there are consequences. It's facing fears and working to overcome them, admitting your mistakes and learning from them. And courage is not giving in to negative peer pressure. Who has courage? Certainly teachers and school officials, firefighters, law enforcement, Rosa Parks, Susan B. Anthony, Martin Luther King, people in the military, and even kids with character. Where do I find courage? Believe it or not, it's inside you right now. Being brave is in there, but courage may not always feel like courage. From the outside, it may look powerful and thrilling. Sometimes, from the inside, it can be scary and unpredictable. Courage and fear are always together. If you don't have fear, you don't need courage. Courage is something inside us that makes us push through fear and doubt. It helps us to do the things that seem a little risky. Sometimes it only lasts for a few seconds, but it's long enough to be brave. Something else to know about courage. It takes courage to have character. Sometimes you don't see the results right away. Making a difference may take a little time, but if you had courage to do it, you will see a result. Our champions of character show character and courage every day. So let's hear from them right now.
All right, so just like the video said, we are going to be talking about courage. So you may be asking, well, what is courage? Courage is being able to be brave and do things that might be scary no matter what other people may think. So this can be standing up to someone that you see isn't doing the right thing and doing something that you may be scared of. So it's not just facing your fears, but it's doing that with confidence and not being afraid of what other people might say or think about you. So if you know it's the right thing to do, being a leader and showing courage is about showing others how to do the right thing and being confident. Because if you're confident in doing the right thing, then other people are going to see you and they're going to want to follow in your footsteps.
All right, so a question you might all be wondering is, what does courage look like? So to me, courage is facing your fears. There are a lot of things that can make us nervous and a lot of things that we are afraid of, but I think the biggest form of courage is just standing up to those things. I know for me that one of my biggest fears my freshman year was trying out for the school plays. I had always wanted to be in theater, but the idea of auditioning in front of a group of high schoolers was really scary to me. But my freshman year, I tried out and I ended up making the school play. And ever since then, I've been in every play since that point. So, if you face your fears, you can see great rewards. And also courage means facing your fears knowing that you might fail. You might do things and not succeed in the end, but that's okay. That's just part of the process, and that's how you grow.
Okay, so a lot of you might be wondering where you can find courage, and I find courage inside of myself, and even if you don't realize it, courage is also inside of every one of you. Even though sometimes it can be scary. My freshman year, I was so scared to start running cross country, but I've done it every single year since, so it's definitely rewarding. Sometimes finding it, again, is scary, but it gets better as you do it more and more, and it becomes easier.
So why do I need courage? I need courage to face obstacles, whether that's in the classroom, sports, any of that good stuff. I need courage to admit my mistakes and learn from them. Instead of dwelling on them, I build from them and just build myself up for success the next time the chance presents itself.
So some people don't know if they have courage, but here's how I know that I have courage. There are times where I am faced with tough situations, like in the hallway when I'm walking with friends and I see someone drop their book bag and they need help picking up everything that was inside. I have decided sometimes to help the person who dropped their bag instead of keep talking to my friends, and that was a hard decision. There are other times that I've needed to use courage is when trying something new, like maybe trying something simple as food or maybe talking to a new friend and making new friends. Because you never know, because the new food that you try could be your favorite food, or the new friend that you make could be your best friend in the future.
Character on Track. At Character on Track, we believe every student and adult has the ability to have and show good character. We have 5 marks of character we focus on: trustworthiness, respect, accountability, citizenship, and kindness. These are parts of your character, but do you know what it takes to have good character? It takes courage to have character. We all want a school where we feel safe, where we can ask questions and talk about our feelings. We all want a school where you get to be you. To do that, you have to stand up for what is right, be open to new ideas, and be ready to listen to others' point of view, even if you might not agree. Do you know what it takes to make your school be like this? It takes kids with good character and kids who are brave to do the right thing. It takes courage to have character. Inside each one of us is a leader. Maybe you're not the leader right now, but your time will come soon. Being a leader takes character and it takes courage. Our character will help us decide what's right and what's wrong, and that helps us make good decisions. Do you have good character? Are you trustworthy? Do you show respect all the time? Are you accountable because people can count on you? Are you a good citizen who wants to work toward making your school and your community a better place? And are you kind to other people? If you are, then you are a kid of character. And that's a great thing, but that's not all. Do you have the courage to have good character? Let's go back to our champions of character for more on courage, character, and leadership.
So the whole idea of having good character is built on a lot of different aspects, but I'm going to talk to you about one of the really important ones today, which is trustworthiness. So there's three main things that show someone that you are trustworthy. The first thing is keeping your promises. So when you say you're going to do something, keeping your promise means that you follow through and actually do it. Some examples of this are, say you're at recess and you tell the recess teacher that you're going to pick up whatever's left after recess. Keeping your promises means that even when the teacher's inside, that even you keep doing that and you pick up at recess. Another example is if you borrow your friend's pencil and you say, hey, I'll give you this pencil back. That means that you follow through on that promise and you give them that pencil back, even if they might forget. The second part is being trustworthy means having the courage to do the right thing for yourself and for others. And telling the truth, that's another major part. So telling the truth shows your teachers and your parents that you can do the right thing even when no one else is watching. So when I was little, I know whenever I would tell a lie to my parents or blame something on my siblings that maybe I did, it made me feel really guilty and I lost their trust. And trust is a really hard thing to gain back because your parents might not let you do things that they trusted you to do in the past. And so that's really hard to gain back someone's trust. So to be a good leader and have good character, you must be trustworthy.
So to be a person with character, you must show respect. And to me, respect is the golden rule. The golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated. And this is important because when we show others respect, they will respect us. And I think we all like to be respected. And respect is also treating everyone with kindness, even if they are different. You know, there might be people that you don't necessarily get along with, but that doesn't mean you could be mean to them. You still have to be kind. And so be accepting of everyone, even if they might look different, if they might like to do things that you don't. Be kind to everyone. And some ways that you can show respect is listen to those who are in charge, like your teachers, your principals, parents, police officers, people who are in charge you should always listen to. Another way to show respect is use good manners. That can be like saying please and thank you when you're going through the lunch line, or saying thank you to someone who invited you to play with them at recess or something like that. And another way to show kindness or show respect is through little acts of kindness. This can be holding the door or inviting someone who is alone to play with you at recess or to eat with you at lunch, and then talking to those who are sad and actually listening to them.
Okay, I want to talk to you guys about accountability. It's a huge part of courage. So I think it has four main components. The first one is responsibility. So this means like helping out whenever you can. The next one is trying to admit to your mistakes, but also learn from them. The next one is always trying to do your best. So like Olivia had said, always being kind to everybody. And then the last one is thinking before you act and making sure that it's not going to hurt other people. So I want you guys to ask yourselves, do you know why people need to count on you? So I think people need to count on you because they need to know that they can talk to you or trust you with something they need to say.
So citizenship is required to have courage and have character. So Being a good citizen to me is just minding your own business, but if you are needed, you can go help anyone that needs it without asking a question about it. Citizenship means just following the rules in the classroom, listening to your teachers at home, listening to your parents and your elders, going out and volunteering, whatever that is, around your neighborhood, whatever, and just being kind in general, not being a jerk to people, just being kind.
So it takes courage to have character. And one major part of character is kindness. And some simple ways of showing kindness are holding the doors open for people, or even saying please and thank you to people. And some people that you should say please and thank you to are the janitors, lunch ladies, cooks, and maybe even just teachers, because they are all people that are at the school in the morning and at the end of the day when you are not there. Some more ways to show kindness are even just sharing, because sharing is caring, and also involving everyone in activities that you are in just makes everyone feel good, and it just is a great way to show kindness.
Character on track. It takes courage to have character. Today we talked about character and courage. We found out what courage is, and we also found out what it takes to have good character. Now what can you do? Well, first of all, look for opportunities to use your character every day. Maybe you remember a time in your past when you didn't stand up for what was right. Hey, we all make mistakes, but your courage gives you the power to do the right thing right now. How about your circle of friends? Do these people have the kind of character you'd like to see in yourself? Or maybe you've got some role models, like the champions of character from your school, and you can admire and learn from what they do. Put your character into action. Good character is built on what you do. It takes courage to have character. And the more you use your courage and your character, the stronger it will become. Now it's up to you. Do you have what it takes? Let's hear from our champions one more time.
So what I want to leave you with today is that being a leader takes courage and having the confidence to stand out even when it may not be the most popular thing to do. Trustworthiness, respect, accountability, citizenship, and kindness are the main things that make a good leader and show that you have good character.
All right, so the biggest thing I want to leave with you guys is that to have character, you must have courage. And the best way to show courage is to face your fears. When you face your fears, you can accomplish amazing things that you never thought you might be able to do. Another way to show character is to treat everyone with respect, even if they are different from you. And when you show other people respect, they will respect you.
So the last thing I want to leave you guys with is to try and remember to use courage in your everyday lives by using the 5 aspects that we taught you about today. And remember, it might not always be easy and it might be kind of scary, but it gets better the more you do it.
So if you could take one thing from me today, from all the things that I said, it would just be not dwelling on your mistakes, just build on those. And so when the opportunity presents itself, you're ready and you are successful the next time.
The one thing that I want you guys to take away from today is the golden rule, like Olivia said before, which is treat others the way you want to be treated. And if you are nice to someone, they will be nice to you back. And you can never go wrong with being nice to someone.
Always remember,
It
takes courage to have character.
Go Lynx!
We'd like to express our sincere appreciation to all of our champions of character who helped us with this project. Also, our champions and all of us at Character on Track would like you to remember your character not only tells us who you are, but who you are going to become.